what's happening with ya?
Are we on?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's your boy J.Kendall.
What's up? E-Dog, aka Gitmo, you know.
We back again.
Eli, Easy Does It.
E&J, Uncut.
E-Feezy, Televizy.
We here, we out here.
On the podcast.
We out here. We doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so we out here. We live out here. I don't know. Y'all don't know this.
The motherfucking sticks.
It's a little town called
motherfucking hills.
Let's just go here. We're in the foothills. Yeah. We in the foothills
California foothills.
In Northern California, and we just had a tornado warning. No. I'll wait. Just a tornado warning. Are we in Kansas? We in Michigan? We in Oklahoma?
Hey, and another fun fact is that it's April 1st today.
This ain't no April Fool's joke. It's April 1st. Yeah, you think we out here April Fools and we out here.
I thought the whole county was going to say, alert, April Fools, motherfuckers.
Exactly. Nah, this comes straight. I mean, and it's out here like it's been thundering.
Man.
It's been thundering.
Hail, big ass hail balls.
All today. It's April. And we live out in Northern California. And we getting like it's in the Midwest somewhere. But ain't no global warming. That don't exist. I'm just saying. We getting that tornadoes.
Man.
Hey.
Did it happen though? Did we get a tornado?
It didn't happen, but I'm just saying, why we even getting warnings? Why you even think one gonna happen over here?
Hey, you know what the crazy part is? Check this out.
Huh?
This tornado warning, it was crazy because I got the warning, right?
Yeah.
And I called my sister and I was like, hey, you get that tornado warning?
And she like, nope.
She's like, what? A tornado warning? No way. And then she was like, it's April Fool's. You got me. I was like, no, for real. There's a tornado warning going on right now. And she's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, good try. Bye. I was like, whatever. All right, bye. Because I didn't think it was going to mess with us anyways. Then she called me back like 10 minutes later like,
yeah,
three other people called me about the tornado warning.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
People be acting like we making it up. Like, nope.
Right. My kids actually had to shelter in place at their school because their school was like in the line of fire. And that was kind of cool.
So that's a normal day out here in Northern California now. In April, springtime, supposed to be springtime, right? But we getting tornado warnings. We out here with
April tornadoes bring.
I'm from the Bay, man. We ain't had no tornadoes in the Bay. I mean, we in the foothills. I'm still in Cali. I'm a couple hours from the Bay right now, but I still got my Bay love. You see, repping. But we out here in the foothills.
April tornadoes.
And getting tornado warnings. I'm over here like, hey, first off, I ain't got no basement. So where I'm supposed to go?
April tornadoes bring abundant potatoes harvest. You feel me? Maybe
I guess, but I'm just asking. But where I'm supposed to go though? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, no, you ain't supposed to go. No, you supposed to go in your bathtub or something. I think.
No, that.
You feel me? Go lay in a bathtub, put a table over you.
That ain't the bat. You ain't seen Twister, huh? You ain't seen Twister. You can't do that. You can't do nothing with the tornadoes. You supposed to go up under something. You got to get like below ground level, and then if you once you get below, you supposed to just hold on.
Get under your desk.
But where I'm supposed to, that's earthquake.
Oh shit! I'm from Cali. We don't have tornadoes out here.
Exactly. I'm with you. I know about getting under a desk and a table because, hey, you want to hear something funny? So remember that earthquake we had in '89, the big one?
Yeah.
The big old.
Yeah. You talking about the one in the Bay?
Yeah. Way back when.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, my grandma. She go out there. She like. Kids at the house, everything. House starts shaking.
You talking about the one where the Bay Bridge fell?
Yeah. Right? So I'm over here like, man, I'm scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think grandma was like, come on, kids. I got you. Nah, I look.
She out.
Grandma then ran to the front door, then got between the things. She standing there. She all safe. I'm like, I'm a kid. I'm over here all like scared. I just remember that I was young, but still, I just remember grandma. I like grandma.
I got a story about that one too, man. So my uncle, right?
Yeah.
He was going to the Bay. He was doing some construction work out there.
Yeah.
He stopped for a beer at that bar before the Bay Bridge. Stopped and drank a beer, and ended up the shit happened while he was drinking his beer. Like he would have been on the Bay Bridge when it collapsed.
Oh, that's crazy. My pops was the freeway. The freeway it collapsed, and I think my pops told me a story that he was like on the other side of that. Something happened to where he was like within like 5 minutes. Like if he would have done something, either he was before it or after it. One of the two. I can't remember exactly, but if something would have happened one way or the other, it would have been the same thing. My pops would have been up in that. Like that's crazy just to know that's like how many people was affected by that.
My eyes is tripping. I got allergies or something.
It's that time of year, but you shouldn't have nothing, man. But all this hail and rain and everything, your allergies should be
just knocking the pollen down.
Should knock down. They should be at. I can't believe that today, though, man. It's been thundering. Hey, you might even hear that as we be talking. It might come back. It's been all kind of weather today,
off and on all day.
But tornadoes in California, like I mean, I feel like I got family. When I was out in Michigan, I'm telling you, I was out in Michigan. And last time, maybe time before last, but either one of the more recent times I was out there, we was there. They had a tornado warning, and the whole siren go off. You know what I'm talking about? And
just that happened. My brother had that happen in Ohio, I believe.
Yeah, so the whole siren thing go off.
I thought it was all like a flatland thing. That's a tornado was like the flatland.
So
thing.
all the ladies and the kids, they went down into the basement, and we was having a function over there. So we was all had like it was food out and whatnot.
Yeah.
So all the dudes was upstairs just eating. Then I'm like, hey, I'm from Cali, so I don't know. You know, I'm over here like, oh, okay.
My grandma too.
What's up with this alarm? They like, oh, it's tornado warning. I'm like, oh, for real, it's tornado for real. So we be worried. They like, oh well, I don't know. It's and all the ladies went downstairs just in case, right? Because I mean, it could be real, could not be real. So we over there eating, and I'm over in the back of my mind. Though I'm just like, at any moment. Hey, if it's a tornado.
So did it really hit?
No, it didn't hit, but I was going to be one of the first dudes down them stairs. I'll tell you that much.
You like eating by the stairs? I'm going to eat over here, Granny.
Hey, hold up. Hey, wait, what? It's a tornado? Huh. Hey, check this out.
Hey, I told the kids if there's a tornado, we gonna drive into the eye.
Why would you go? Man, you ain't go. Nah, you can't go into the eye unless you got something to like anchor you down, because otherwise you just gonna get sucked up.
Like
it'll be the last thing you do.
Then you could follow the tornado.
If you ever, make sure if you watch them Twister movies or whatever, or if you see them tornado hunters, whatever, you got to have something to anchor you down. If you stay up in the middle of it, because when it come over you, it's just gonna boom. You gonna be out to
anchor yourself down and then get you a parasail. That might be dope.
Nah, I don't think so. Hey, because then you got to think about all the like the flying debris that's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
And so you gonna be having to dodge.
Man,
you
got to be up, man.
Exactly, man. And then they leave devastation in their wake, bro. Like if you see what happened after what they do, they leave straight
with that Cali earthquake.
Straight devastation. Exactly, man. I mean,
you in a bathtub, getting a structure that sound like a doorway.
Get under the table, get in the doorway. Right. Exactly. That's what my grandma did. I never forget that. She left us. She was gone. I was like, dang, grandma was.
You said she was in the doorway or the.
She wouldn't because they supposed to be like that's what will brace because it's in the middle of the front. You know what I mean? Supposedly, like structurally, and me. I'm just standing there. I'm watching her. She's like, because it felt like something was coming down the street. If like you could hear it, it sounded like a big truck. Or something was coming down the street, and I was like,
"You can hear the tornado?"
No, you can hear the earthquake. That's what happened. I'm talking about back with the earthquake, and that's what they say. You got to get in the thing. Hey,
so you see that earthquake that just happened in
where?
Where was that? Was it Dubai? Nah, it wasn't Dubai. It was like maybe Thailand or something.
At some point, I didn't.
There's an earthquake that just happened. That I done seen hella videos of the people's in their swimming pools. And this dude, a soldier, man, he's sitting there right on the edge of the swimming pool. Mm-hmm. While I think it might have been in Bangkok or something. I think it was Thailand. But he's sitting in the swimming pool, and this water, things is going over the edge, and he in the swimming pool in the corner. I'm like, what is you doing? Get up out of there on the rooftop. They had a couple couple buildings fell. This was like 2 or 3 days ago. Man.
Where was it at?
It's crazy. I don't know.
Look that up because I heard about an earthquake, but I didn't know about that. That's crazy, man.
What was that? That was.
But I mean, I don't know what I mean, I know they talk about like the plates moving and shifting and all that caused the earthquakes and things of that nature.
Myanmar earthquake. Death exceeds 2,700. This was 5 hours ago. This on the news 5 hours ago.
Where's it at? Say that again. What's the name of the place?
Myanmar.
Where's that at? I've never heard of Myanmar. Is that in the
Bangkok?
In Bangkok. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dang, Bangkok like that up in Thailand.
Right.
Dang.
They got them high rises up there. So yeah, it was a devastating earthquake. What they said. A lot of deaths. Like
that's crazy.
Deaths exceed 2,700.
That's crazy, man. Thailand is it's populated, so it's kind of, man, that's not good. Especially with some of the infrastructure there. So if you receive something like that, especially shaking on the foundation, I mean, if you ain't never been in an earthquake, like it's kind of scary in there. Like if you've been in a small earthquake, that's one thing. That's like, I mean, a lot of people been in, it's a little shaking. But if you've been in something like 7.0 or above, like imagine just like it's different when like somebody shake you, but like say the earth is moving. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand that. Like you feel a lot of times you can go somewhere that's safe, but where you gonna go that's safe when the very ground that you own is moving?
You go outside, you just get somewhere where ain't nothing there. You just ride it out.
But I'm just saying, like, but what if it opened up and you fall in? I'm just saying, you never know. Like, what if it's something crazy?
Man, this ain't the rapture.
How you know?
You said it.
How you know it ain't happening, man? We in these crazy times. It might be right. It might be time. It might be time for people to be up out of here.
Yeah,
gone. Blink of an eye. Bow. Out of here. Woo.
Hey, it might be time considering the way shit going in this world
that's
right
what
now.
I'm saying. So you get an earthquake, 7 point something. I mean,
that's just going to be the start of it.
I'm over here in California, and it's April 1st, and we getting tornado warnings.
You got to think that, like...
I'm just saying. And you talk about the timeline. They over there got us all messed up, knowing that this kind of the fool right here, like this is supposed to be between March and April, could be the beginning of the calendar year. But we starting it up in January. You ever heard that theory? Calendar. Because that's what they talking about, the fool. Like we the fool right now. This is they fooling us by telling us that the calendar start in January, which is in winter. Like why would you start a new year?
Nobody know when the shit started.
Because they saying like at least in April when it's the springtime, right? It's
rebirth.
It's the rebirth, so it's the first. So here you go.
That might be the time when things start.
I mean, some people say it's March 1st. Is the beginning of the new year.
I think you couldn't put a date on that because it's.
But either way, then it because originally what they say is if it was before, I believe it was 17 something. Don't quote me exactly. We can look it up if we want to be exact. But like where. There or when they were translating the Bible with Constantine or whatever, it's a lot of different theories or whatever. But if they said there used to be 13 months with 28 days, and that made a year. But now we got 12 months
because we adapted the Mayan calendar, right?
And then you got to come around. Well, if you go to Mayan calendar. Yeah, that's because they got
Mayans is more accurate.
And they talking about that, but with like even with the turtle backs, right? Like if you look at the turtle shell and you see that they got the. So I don't, whatever. But it's just interesting because everything add up and it's mathematical. Whereas in the way we got the calendar now, that's why we got the leap year every 4 years to make things add up
all the way there
because it don't add up. So it's just interesting, but.
Just like daylight savings time, man. Fuck daylight savings time.
So you see that now?
That's the dumbest fucking
shit. They trying to have that move around. They trying to have it permanent. Be like, well, and then they asking people which one would you rather have it with the fall back or the spring forward and leave that be the permanent time.
It don't fucking matter. Once you get it going, there ain't nobody gonna care.
But I'm just saying, which one would you rather have?
Nobody. Okay, let's spring ahead. Let's just get forward.
Exactly. Whichever one give me the most daylight. That's what I want. whichever one give me the most daylight.
That's the whole purpose of it, because it gets one give you more daylight than the other side. One give you more like in the afternoon, the morning. One does the morning, so you get more daylight in the morning. The other side, when they switch it back, is to give you more in the afternoon. You feel me?
I just need my most daylight. I want some sun.
I don't care about the daylight with the hours.
So let me ask you this: what's your favorite season? Do you like summer, winter, fall?
That's a tough one, cause like I love the spring, cause I'm out in the dirt planting and stuff. Like I'm a gardener type motherfucker, you know.
Okay.
I think that's like really my favorite time, because I'm coming out that winter bullshit. You know what I mean? Sun's coming out again. It feel nice and fresh. Summertime be cool for a minute, and then you be like, man, it's hot. I wish we had some cooler weather. And then I think I like fall too. That's the harvest season, you know. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like all the
weather.
I like all the seasons, but I mean, winter kind of depends on where you winter in, and usually Cali, where we have the winter, is pretty good because.
Yeah, I don't be feeling winter too much, man. It's too cold.
Well, I don't like it cold. Well, what I'm saying,
I don't like it cold or hot. I want spring and fall.
I like summer. I'd rather chase summer. My goal is to get enough money to where chase summer, where you can just go.
So like that endless summer movie where the surfers is chasing they're trying to get to the.
I guess, but
hot spots.
I'm just saying like this. So like, yeah, exactly. So where. When it start getting cold, if it get below like 70 degrees on a regular basis, it's time to go to the next spot. And then have a house there, and then after that, go to the next spot. You know what I mean? Like that's and chase that for a few years, so you just don't get like. And then you stay warm.
I mean, gonna be too hot. I'm gonna chase endless.
What, endless springs? You gonna go like, all right, everywhere it's springtime. I'm gonna go there. Like,
spring everywhere.
It's blooming. It's
maybe endless fall, so you can go all the different harvests. So you eating all the veggies and fruits. I mean, and everything.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, September, October, November ish. We, those is all good months. Like, I mean, out here as far as our fall goes.
Only thing that sucks about spring is all the bugs. It'd be hella bugs.
But that's why I don't really necessarily want to go to spring. And if you get summer, depends on where you are. Summer, can vary, because I mean, like, out here in the Bay, summer in San Francisco is still hella cold at some days. So you feel me? Like, you want to be there in the summer. Some days it's cool, but that's your best bet.
If there was somebody, y'all in the inboxes and the comments, let me know if you know a place where it's like 70 degrees year round. You feel me?
Yeah, I need that place too, because that's where I need to be.
I think so.
I mean, I like it kind of warm though. Like,
or even if it fluctuates from 65 to 85, that range.
Whatever the case may be, I just want it to be to where I
don't be feeling that 100-degree weather, and I don't be feeling
100 degree weather. Sometimes
50-degree weather.
It depends on what it is. Sometimes 100-degree can be tight. It's just a matter of where you at and what circumstances you got to do. Because you know what I like to do? Especially I like the night times, to where when I can go out and do things at night and not have to wear a jacket or something and be comfortable. Where it's still cool. Like, and that's usually the summer times where daytime you gotta, it might have been over 100.
That's why the Sacramento nightlife is so active, because we be out at night.
Exactly.
It's too hot in the
Exactly. It's too hot in the day, so you go out at night. But it's nice though. You know what I'm talking about though. That feeling. It's something about when it's 2:00 in the morning and it's still like 70 degrees, and you like, man, it feel good. And you step outside and you like, Now when the sun come up, you might be a different story. You might be like, man, it might be too hot. But then if you've been up all night, then you can chill during the day. You rest.
Yeah.
You got to be like the animals and
adapt to the seasons. For a living, and then you ain't got to ask them. But the whole do whatever your job.
Like we have talked about previously, the goal is to work to where money don't matter.
Right.
Or have enough money so where money don't matter. So that's the ideal life of living, like where you get to adapt and go with the seasons and go with the flow. That's what we need to do. But anyway, on a whole other topic, I was scrolling. Was that today, yesterday, last night? And your boy Kanye back in there.
Shit.
Your boy Kanye, bruh, this man Hey, I didn't even see the whole interview. All I know is this man came out in a all black Ku Klux Klan outfit with the whole pointy hat and everything.
You didn't see? He had the chain too, the swastika chain.
That's your man's. I don't even know what's up with that dude sometimes, but it's just funny. Like every time I don't even know what he was talking about. It's the simple fact that he know how to get people's attention by doing something controversial. But that's just crazy, man. I don't know. What you think about him, man?
Yeah, that's I'm gonna say I done seen snippets of some of his interviews, right? And some of them, like it's kind of crazy because you could see where he coming from, but at the same time you're like, is this the best method to deliver your message? But then you think if he was to deliver the same message without doing all that extra shit, extra, you feel me? Would people even care? Yeah, would people listen, or is that part of his little?
Man, I don't know.
Considering himself like God and shit, whatever. Check it out. We all gods because we was all created in God's image.
I don't know about none of that. Well, all I know is your man's is on here. Hold on, let me bring up a picture. Hold on, I gotta see this again. Hold on, I think I got it.
Damn. Can they see this? Are they still seeing us?
Hey, no, they seeing us. But look at this. Look at your boy. That's what I'm talking about. Why?
You see how dude that's interviewing was looking like?
I think that's academics.
Yeah, DJ academics.
But the point being is why? Okay, in the comments, do you think the Kanye is all right mentally, or do you think he really know what he doing? You think all his actions is calculated, or you think it's just a crazy man and he on a spiral and we just watching it before our very eyes? What do you think?
And if you are listening to the messages he's delivering, do you think he's delivering a positive or a negative message?
I mean, he ain't 100% wrong, but he ain't 100% right. And so it's hard to take what he say, because like he'll be right on something and then he'll say something outlandish right after that, and then you be like, okay,
your point is right, but the delivery is kind of fucked up.
Because whatever his point is for wearing the all black Ku Klux Klan thing,
he explained all that in the interview.
Okay,
so I actually suggest people actually watch the
interview. I haven't seen it, but it's just the simple fact that you putting out that optic.
Yeah.
Why would you put out that optic? And that's just your man's. But
yeah, he challenging. Hey, he can do what the hell he want to do, right? Shit.
I guess. I mean, it's we freedom of speech. He got the right to voice his opinion, and
some people might say that's fighting words, though.
I don't know. All I know is it's funny. It's funny to look at. Like, bro, what are you doing? And or I shouldn't say funny. It's just something interesting to look at, because you like, what are you doing?
He had a couple points where I just laughed my ass off of the shit he said, but he actually made sense of some of the things he said.
That's what I mean. So it's hard to take, because but it's like you'll be with him, you'll be rocking with him, and you'll be like, all right, man. People need to leave Kanye alone, man. He ain't crazy. Y'all just tripping. And then he'll turn right back around and say something in the next 30 seconds, and you'll be like, oh. Yeah, I can't rock with you. He be
talking about like some the Jewish people a lot, right?
All right, well,
and I'm just saying, I think he needs to differentiate more from like the average Jewish people and a lot of the Jewish people that are in this world. There's a lot of good and positive Jewish people, like most probably,
Yeah.
And then differentiate that from like the Zionist ones that's trying to control things and run the world. You feel me? Because I feel like he's aimed at them but targeting all. It's almost like if you said, kill all the white people, fuck all white people, when the Ku Klux Klan and them racist ones is the ones that should be targeted, right? same kind of thing with the Jewish shit on that.
Well, he don't mean targeted. He just means that they should not be doing what they're doing. We're not targeting any people.
Oh yeah, we ain't targeting nobody. But I'm just saying, like, as far as where his aggression is placed, I think it needs to be more directed. Because it's kind of a widespread thing to where that's why it's offending certain.
I understand.
It's offending certain classes that are peoples that I don't think he's actually meaning to affect in that aspect, but has his horizon too wide on that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to get at. Yeah. Like, he need to be a little bit more specific about what, like, who exactly he means when he's saying it, and not be so broad. Right. He's using like a broad stroke when he's saying that, like, you know, the whole group of people. It's like, nah, you talking about a select group of people, so call them out by name who you talking about. You know what I mean? And specifically, or if it's a company or whatever, talk directly about those people, which he has when he call out like Adidas or whatnot, or you know what I mean, like, and you know. And some of that, like, appropriating the culture and whatnot, like, you know, those points, whatever. But coming out and wearing things like that, that's where he's like, bruh, like, you could have said all that and done all that, and we could rock with you in certain things, but you don't got to do that. You know what I mean? But that's just an opinion. And again, we live in a country where you got the freedom of speech, so he allowed to do that. But I don't know if everything that he does isn't calculated. You see what I mean? Like, is he got an agenda? So he knew, like, I mean, obviously he knew coming out in that specific outfit.
Well, he gonna create. What the 48 Laws of Power say? They all publicity, good publicity. That's one of them.
I mean, that's what some people say, but it depends on how you view that. Right. I don't necessarily mean that that's true.
No, I don't think it is true, but to an extent, it could be, as far as if your goal is to be publicized.
I mean, from the little snippet I saw, like you're saying, all publicity, he over there talking about what, R. Kelly, Drake, Kendrick. He trying to, you know what I mean? It's like he putting everybody into this.
He was hating on Kendrick too. I watched that shit. He was talking about, yeah. He said, but dude that was interviewing was like, I mean, ain't that kind of being like jealous though? He's like, yeah, well, I can be jealous. And because God is a jealous God, and I'm the closest thing to God there is. I'm like, motherfucker, no, you not.
Nah, he didn't say that, did he?
Yeah, you gotta watch the interview.
See, that's what I mean.
Funny.
That's what I mean.
I only seen snippets.
That's why I was saying. We didn't have to get on the whole thing on it. It was just funny because I seen it, and I'm like, man, boy, this man right here again, your boy out here on some. I'm gonna come out in an all black Ku Klux Klan outfit, like looking like the Grand Wizard himself. Man, all in black,
hey,
and then gonna get a.
Hey, somebody posted the. You remember that Dave Chappelle skit where he was the
black white supremacist?
He was blind up.
He Clayton Bigsby. He over there out there.
Clayton Bigsby,
the black white supremacist. Man, that's what it's gonna be. Him. But I mean, not really. He can't get away with that because of his views that he just even voiced on that. Like, he be talking about, you know, certain things that's would be against the culture, but they don't like, you know. But they didn't consider, I guess, though, that community as well. So I guess it would be applicable.
You gotta read Kanye like the Bible. Since he's so close to God, you feel me?
No, I do not give him that.
It's all metaphors, man.
I give him not. I do not grant him that. Not at all.
That's what he said.
He just a man.
Maybe he's speaking into
just existence. A name, last name West, who be doing some controversial stuff, who used to hook up with somebody who Ray J made famous for giving her that thing up on video.
Hey, ever since his mama died, man, he kind of
exactly
going through it.
But think about that. How would you feel if you do all your thing, like you try to break into the music game, and your best friend basically is your mom? She believe in you, she hooked you up, she keep you believe. Hey, you gonna make it. So then you finally make it, and you getting all this money, and she like, hey, I want to get this surgery and this surgery done, and all of that. Mama, I got you. Boom, here go the money. Bow.
But
I got you. Yeah. And then she give her the money and she get complications in the surgery when she trying to get too many things done at once. And then next thing you know, she passed up from the complications. And then how you feel like, man, if I didn't have this money, maybe I wouldn't have been rich, but my mama still be here because I didn't have the money to get her to get them surgeries. Then she would have never had that.
I mean, she probably died of some other shit.
Maybe, but I'm just saying that had to go
Life
through his head. That had to go through his head. You feel me? So like it was probably a mental mess up for him, and ever since then he ain't really been right. And on top of that, ain't nobody can check you like your mama.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Like he doing some
ain't
craziness.
Had nobody to check his ass,
and so like ain't nobody gonna check him. Like, hey, bro, you doing something
real.
wrong. You like, and he ain't gonna he'll probably listen to his mama. He ain't gonna listen to nobody else. He ain't been listening to nobody else. Like, you think he could have brought Kim home to his mama?
Probably not. Nah. Be like,
I'm just asking. Do you think his mama? So, I mean, maybe my timeline is off. My timeline is off, but I believe that she passed before he got with Kim.
Yeah, a long time before that.
That's what I'm saying. So like he had been, because like when he first came out and he was Kanye and he did that college dropout, and he did that, and he was becoming famous, and his mom was alive.
Right.
He was lovable. Like he was the dude with the backpack and the sweater, and you feel me?
Yeah.
That was the Kanye. Then after she passed, then he was.
It's like life hit his ass.
Then he was I'm messing with Kim Kardashian. Talking about George Bush don't like black people. Remember when I was watching that live when he said that. On the
George Bush didn't like black people.
It was on the Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah,
remember? And he over there, and
I remember Kanye saying he been on some real shit a lot of times.
Hold on. It was Mike Myers. They was doing the little back and forth.
Yeah,
right? And then Mike Myers was on. And he was
it was a Saturday Night Live or something.
No, it wasn't on Saturday. It was on the news. It was a live.
Oh, for real?
It was a live newscast, right? And so they bring it. It was live. This is what I'm saying. And they bring it in, and so they haven't because they was trying to get aid for the because of Hurricane Katrina.
Okay.
And so then they got Mike Myers talking, and it's like, oh, this, and he reading his part, and they got Kanye on video, and he reading his part, and like they going back and forth, and he's saying his and he going back and forth, and he was like, amped up, and he got and George Bush don't like black people, and then they get quiet, like they looking like,
wasn't
like, what am I supposed to say?
It was Mike Myers, some other comedians.
Yeah, it was somebody else. Yeah, it was a whole thing. We could look it up too. But I just remember I was watching that. I was like, did he just say that on live TV?
Huh.
You can't say that on live TV, bro. And they didn't know what to do. They turned around and look at each other like, I'm like,
and then what's his name? Come on. He's like, he's right, What was it?
They didn't say that. That must have been a skit.
What's dude from Shawshank Redemption? God.
Oh, Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
The voice?
He's right,
That was on South Park.
Huh.
That was
probably
something
like
that. But
I think that was a meme that everyone used to use. They just put it under a post if somebody said something.
Oh, yeah. And South Park got Kanye, too. Remember that? You see that one where they was...
The gay fish?
That, and then they also was the Hobbit. The Hobbit one.
I ain't seen the Hobbit one.
You ain't seen the Hobbit one? Oh,
nah.
Man. I ain't gonna even spoil it. You gotta watch that one. The one where hey,
when they convincing me of gay fish though.
Nah, hey.
That fool was tripping.
You gotta watch that. Anyway. But yeah. Your boy is in the news again. I don't know, it looked like they giving an interview in a vacant apartment. So I don't know.
Y'all check that out. And let us know in the comments what y'all think of that.
Like, what y'all think of the interview?
Tell us your thoughts on that. Let's get into some deep discussion in the comments, man.
Let us know what you think about that interview. What you think about, is that a vacant apartment where they having the interview? What you think of your man's, like, is he really sane? Is he calculated? Is he a genius?
Was that even really him?
I mean, he say he a genius. Exactly.
This fool hooded up. They got the voice modulators and all that shit.
You think was that a robot?
Was that some AI shit?
Was that AI?
Is that Yeezy?
Is the rumors and the interviews true? I don't know.
Is that a Yeezy for maybe, a Yeezy for season?
What else you got for me today, sir? What we on? What we on today?
I don't know, man. We on a lot of things. Yeah, what you know about
What we got?
Speaking of talking about people and their opinions and shit, what you know about? You heard of Guru?
No.
He did a interview actually with Mike Tyson.
Okay.
He did an interview with Joe Rogan. You really don't know who Guru is, huh?
Nah, who is it? Tell me. You lacing me up. Tie my shoes.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. Guru. If you ain't checked him out, check him out. I done looked into him, read a couple of his little books and shit after watching some things. Basically, he's basically saying that like nothing exists but the moment, right? And everything people are depressed about is because the past and they're stuck in their memory, right? And everybody who is anxious is worried about the future that ain't happen, right? So neither of them things exist.
Yeah, which is
really
true.
Now is the only time there is. You feel me? But he has a lot of games, Guru. But
hey, I don't know nothing else that you talk about that, but that part so far is pretty much true.
Yeah,
though.
that's basically if you broke down everything that he talks about, it's basically that.
Which is true because we get
like that we're all victims of our own minds. Anybody who's going through trauma is really a victim of their own mind. Like,
especially if you're not in it no more. Like, okay, you're not in it. You need to be able to move forward. But I mean, you are affected, and we all are. What do you call it? Accumulation of our circumstances
our
and our events,
basically, right?
Yeah, and like whatever environment you grew up, that's what, and the things that you experiencing in life. Yeah, we are,
right.
Not victims, but we are just
like some people could say a product of the environment. That's
we're a product of our circumstances. That's the best way to say it.
That's where kind of like fate versus destiny, or is that the same shit? Do you believe in fate, or do you believe you control your destiny?
Well,
you believe that?
You think like things are predetermined? Like you mean like you're like
right?
Well, regardless of what you do, this was predetermined. You would go do that. Mm-hmm. I think in the fact that it's predetermined, in the fact that your free will, you're free to have that will, and you know it's already happened as far as that goes.
Right.
Like you gonna make those decisions, and he's like, oh, do you really make those decisions because it's gonna happen? But you gonna make those decisions, and that's what's gonna happen. All the decisions
you make though, based on what you've experienced, therefore you have no say in what your decision is going to be because your past experiences determine your future decisions.
I mean, it could be in that, but at the same time, it's like you say, you only got the moment. Like this is really all we got. Like I can't go back. Right. And I don't know what's gonna happen in the future exactly, and I can't go to the future now to be there.
Right.
I gotta only have this moment and the next moment and this next. You know, that's what it is. That's all you got.
Yeah.
And then now, even what I just said 30 seconds ago, then passed, and we can't never get that back. That's gone. You know, that's the crazy. You know. So when you look at it like that, it's like literally right this moment is all I got. Like everything is, and it's always changing. Like every second is that's it, and until you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like sometimes it does feel foolish to worry about like, oh, you thinking about what happened last year or 5 years ago. You're like, yeah, okay, well that's cool, but you can't do nothing about that, and you can't do nothing about the future.
At the same time, sometimes you gotta contemplate that shit in order to make better decisions.
Exactly, that's where I was gonna go with that. It's like you can't be totally dismissive of it because otherwise you might repeat mistakes. Like if you did something wrong, you want to learn from that. Like, ooh, I did this in the past, and now I'm in this moment. Now I got this opportunity. So because of my experiences, you see what I mean? Now I'm gonna make an informed decision in this moment about what I'm about to do. And then you hopefully that because I'm learning as I go, that I make the future I have better informed decisions as I go, and that makes my future better. And you know, from like in this moment.
And I think that's the correct way to use the past in the moment in order to create a better future. Feel me?
But I mean, you gotta think about that.
But like, what happens is people get stuck in the past where they're going over and over and over in their head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're not moving forward because they're so focused on that past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just as a saying that some people be so worried about what's gonna happen next, so worried about that they not utilizing any of the past and just focus on that, and they all anxious, and they actually in the moment are not enjoying their life because of that. You know what I mean?
And that's all you really got.
So
you only got the moment. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
so like if you get too focused about the past or the future,
you gotta let some of both of them go.
Exactly.
And just
it's kind of like exactly, and handle your business in the moment.
Hey, but hey, y'all holler at us. Say what you think about destiny versus control your own fate. That's a good question, right?
I mean, that is a good question. Do you believe in destiny, or do you believe in fate, or do you believe, I guess, is in free will?
Right.
Because
there would be no free will if everything is destiny and predetermined by your past experiences, right?
Then there is no free will.
That's kind of crazy. Hey, but the reason I brought up the Sadhguru actually was because one thing he was talking about was like how our memory is in our DNA. Like our memory is embedded in our DNA. And so he basically says that we have the memory from past generations. You know what I mean? Like every time.
So if it's so we got the DNA of everybody that's like in our family line.
Yeah. Well, probably not after they busted that nut, though. That's what I was thinking. I was like, because I was looking at my youngest son and my oldest son, right? And my youngest son, he got like a little bit different, idea of things. And I was like, oh. Because he probably got the memories in his DNA from all that time after. But my son, he the oldest. He was the first nut. You feel me? So his ass got what I was at that level. But then when I went to this level, he ain't got that. There's a gap. You know what I mean?
So you think the younger one is more intelligent because he had more?
I wouldn't say more intelligent because at the same time, we can also get more stuck in our ways as we get older. So I don't know how to. I wouldn't put a lesson more on that.
That's interesting.
The oldest one might be a little more like ambitious to an extent about certain things. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you got that more like drive. Well, I mean, you can get drive older too, but you know what I'm saying? Like that more. Maybe the curiosity or something. I don't know, but
I don't know. I mean, maybe you could say like the younger it is, the stronger the what do you call it? The character traits, like the transfer of it, because like say your DNA is still strong because it's younger, and as you get older, it gets less potent because like you didn't live, and so like some of the other things, or it could be more potent than other things because you didn't live, so like you got more wisdom and things. I don't know how it works exactly and what is exactly transferred, but like I could see that would be interesting, like having a child at one age and being like, all right, cool, you know, the characteristics and traits that they have versus having one at a different age, at like later. Age. Yeah, and he's like, okay, well, like I was broke at this age and I was hustling and I had that mentality and you had that kid, right? And then a few years later, you have another kid, but say you had made it because you had been hustling that time. Yeah. And then that kid had it easier. See, maybe only because, again, product of environment, he had a little easier because the other kid saw you struggle.
And also because of all you learned through the first kids, you know?
Yeah, but at the same, exactly. You learn some stuff. Yeah. But I mean, is that transfer or is it? So then I guess the thing would be is like, you'd have to be maybe in the same financial situation per se. Would it just
in order to test that?
Would it just be intellect?
I think they're gonna have to look at the DNA deep down. Like I think that's where they're getting towards. You know what I mean? Being able to look so deep into it.
But how would you? But like as a control, you know, like you got to do an experiment. It was like because what I just said in that scenario would be like, okay, well then you got more money. But then I'm thinking immediately the second kid in that scenario or whatever kid it would be in there, but after that fact would be in a different financial situation. You feel me? Because then, so they might have it easier. So then that might translate to personality. So that's what I'm saying. You got to have the
hard part is determining is that personality transported because of the DNA where I was at those times, or is it because where I was when they came out, and so they had it different growing up from the very out the gate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Right. So like you'd have to be in the same financial space.
Yeah.
again and be like, okay.
But you'd also have to be in the same mental space. You wouldn't be able to grow mentally, and that's like not
no. But what I'm saying is, then you can say that if there was mental difference, right? Then you'd be like, okay, well, it wasn't the environment. They grew up in the same environment. What transferred is that I was in a different space mentally, maybe like still. I was hustling on this level this year. Here's 5 years later. I was getting there. I was almost there. I still was on there. Like, you see what I mean?
Right.
But they still got similar grinds as far as maybe living environments. And then it'll be kind of more on an even playing field. And then you can see like, well, maybe they both change once you financially change and get different things, whatever that is. But if you have them in different financial situations,
it'd be almost impossible to evaluate that.
I don't know. I think that could be 100%. We just hypothetically speaking, throwing stuff off the wall because I ain't got no degree in that.
When I was younger, I used to have hella military dreams. Like I'm at war, like realistic as hell dreams. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like, and this wasn't
vivid dreaming. Did you feel like you was there?
Yeah.
Like
you know where
feel
like
the bullet shots
shit,
and you
you had like, and it's almost like then like my grandpa was in World War II, right?
Okay.
He was one of the last in a platoon. I don't know how many people, but he was the last out of. It was like him and 5 other people that survived in this whole platoon. He was a machine gunner.
Dang, so they got in a battle and everybody died.
Huge battle. Everybody died but him and 5 others.
That's crazy.
Feel me? And so he used to have those type of dreams, you know, because he had PTSD from the war. But then, like, I had crazy dreams growing up. Like war dreams, and I was like, "This shit is crazy," because I didn't even watch like war movies or anything. So
you think you got their DNA? Is what you trying to say?
Could be, yeah. I think that could be from the DNA, and then, but the crazy part is, I asked my brother too, and he was talking about he has like lucid war dreams.
Them lucid dreaming is crazy, but especially
I don't know if it's lucid. That might not be the right term.
But the lucid dreamers is the ones I believe
lucid
that
when you know you're awake, right?
Yeah, well, you know you're dreaming, but you can control it. Like you get in there and like I know
these
I'm
ain't
dreaming.
lucid. These is like more like really in the moment type.
Just
shit.
Vivid kind of nightmarish
dream.
Like reliving.
Like hella right.
Do you feel like you are reliving somebody's experience, like your grand, or is it just like some? Because you like these ain't. You know what I mean? Like it could be your dreams.
Well, it's me in the dreams. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but if that were the case where memory passed through the DNA, right? Then it would become our memory. So all the memories of your grandparents, your great grandparents, all that would be locked in there, right? And so those memories can somehow come out one way or another, like that knowledge and shit. It's kind of crazy, but back to Sadhguru right quick, right?
Okay, Sadhguru.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
He talks about like he knows like, and I don't know how much I believe of this guy. What did he say? You know what I mean? This is a dude talking, but he seemed pretty enlightened about some shit. But he talked about how he can trace his DNA and open up his memories through like meditation all the way back to like the beginning of time type shit. Feel me?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, well, that's crazy because I know people done told me about that too. Like my homie, he got shot and he told me something similar like that. Where he saw the ancestors. Like he was like one point he was just telling me something like that. Like where he was like, man, I seen this a long line of like it was all these people. He was like, man, and he was like, I seen my grandma and all this and like, and I was thinking like, man, what was he in between like life and death type? Because he did get shot, you know.
Yeah.
But then, or was it a dream? Was he seeing past and seeing like ancestors and things of that nature? Because like he was like, I saw people I knew it wasn't me, like older like people like knew like it was his family or something. But so I don't know. Like it's a lot of different people. It's a lot of different.
My mom got a story like that.
Experiences.
When she was on her deathbed, right? She had cancer. And out in the yard, like she kept saying that, like, are you gonna let the people in? To my dad, all the people on the porch, like it was a whole gathering on the porch. And then she died. I think it was like 2 or 3 days later, and it was this hell of people on the porch. It's almost like she's seeing the future, but then it also could have been some of her ancestors already kicking it with her, came to gather her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's what. Yeah, like getting you ready. It's crazy because it's a lot of those quote unquote like supernatural or spiritual things that happen to people, because that's what lets you know that it's more realms, because that happens. People, you can feel different things, like different events like that has happened where people
that
like
sixth sense
you get premonitions, or you get like, man, I seen the people before it happened and then it happened, or you know what I mean? It's like, or they came down, and so like it's happened so much, or it happens throughout different times, that you have to acknowledge the validity of it,
right?
But so that's why sometimes when
to think that all these is coincidences, when a similar things happen to the completely different people, similar type of experiences, you know what I mean? It gotta be some other realm.
Well, that's why you gotta believe that. That's why some people say like, well, I can't believe that there was no God, or we was just we just evolved, or we just wound up here or something by chance. And it's like, it's hard to believe, like, when we got all these, the spiritual side of us, all this everything, because that like we got just physical body is us,
right?
I mean, that's what we in, but that ain't us. Like, you got yourself, your spirit is inside of you. It's not just like this body end up passing away and perishing, but your spirit and everything live on. You see what I mean? So that's and you can feel that. We know that. Like, that's like, I don't know how to describe it better, in the fact that that like you can feel your physical self, but at the same time that ain't necessarily all you. You feel that you inside of it. You feel me? Like, it's hard to explain better than that, because we alive in that. But that's so we know that to be true. So how did that happen? That just by chance? You feel me? Like, how do you explain that?
Right. And there is no way to explain it. Like, it ain't, even if it ain't by chance, we don't have like a clear conception of what caused that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But you have to. It's amazing sometimes to have a theory
it's the Anunnaki
that don't include that at all, though. Well, I mean, whatever.
Hey, I already threw out my theory of
your Bigfoot theory?
No, the video game theory.
Oh yeah, but look, if we in a video game, think about it like this. You ever played those like what you call them, like the RPG, the role players, whatever, and you got like, or any kind of game where you got like a health bar, a life bar, and you got all these attributes and everything.
Yeah, because I always wished I could go to one of them little chambers and just and get healed back to 100%.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you had like health potions and whatnot, and you just drink it and be like, go into a battle with something and then battle it out, and then like have some like kind of magic or whatever. But I mean, some people say magic is like evil stuff, so it's not good for you. But it would be nice to have some magic, quote unquote, powers or something, right? To be like where you could just heal yourself. Like, say you got cut, and you be like, oh, I know how to just like, boom, regenerate.
Yeah.
And you
a lot of shit they considered magic was just herbal fucking shit back in the day, and they thought they was even,
whatever. I mean, whatever. If you knew herbs, if it was okay, or what you call it, you could be an alchemist.
Yeah.
And you can, because there are certain ways you could use the chemicals, and you can have to take the potions, and they could do the same thing.
Turn the metal into gold.
There you go.
What do you do, Alchemist? You ever read that book?
No.
The Alchemist?
No.
I'll read that shit one time, man.
I know about the Alchemist, the producer.
Yeah. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but anyway. but I'm just saying that that's it's interesting to think about those, certain things, but it would be nice, or to have if you did like say have a health bar or status bar, and you knew like when you gained a skill, or
how much health you got left. You're like, hold on,
exactly.
Ooh, okay. Hold on, make this one more run.
Exactly. Or you did something and you was getting. It's like, oh well, if you can afford a health potion and get rid of something, and then you can take it. I mean, that's basically what medicine is. You got an ailment, you take this, it's supposed to help make it better. It's kind of like a potion or whatever, like, or you take some cough syrup, it's an elixir.
And then they got them enhancers too. When you let's do a 20+ boost to our health. That's like you taking a Red Bull or something.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and it would be nice though, like to like be able to heal yourself back up. I mean, it still don't mean that. I mean, you could be at 100% and get in a fight, and then you could lose. But that would be interesting to have those video game tactics, because. I mean, we didn't all play games, and to be like, all right now you at your age, and you be like, man, my leg hurt, but you could take something or do something and it get you back. Man, come on, bro, that'll be it. Man, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Where we at right now?
Us, man. How long we been on this? We've been on this about 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
Yeah.
I would say give or take 1 or 2 minutes or 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Oh. Let's get on one more thing real quick.
You got something else you want to talk about today? What you got?
You want to do it right now?
What you got?
It was sort of the same thing we kind of on, right? We talking about the memory and the DNA.
Okay.
What about the water and how water hold memory and hold? Well, it has to be kind of like a memory, right? Because
you talking about like the
holding the energy, like.
Oh, you okay? Cause I forgot what the dude's name or what the experiment was exactly, but like they did the whole thing where they put they taped or they wrote on the outside of the water containers, and then they looked at the water after under the microscope. Right? After I don't think it was frozen, but just looking at the actual structure of the water. So it was clear. It was clear containers, and it was just like, okay, one, like say you wrote peace and tranquility on it, and the other one you wrote like something else that like was
diabetes.
I mean, nothing that drastic, but,
right? But
like, and so the ones that you wrote, like the peacefulness or whatever, it had a better structure, and it, you know, in the water you could see all how it linked together and how everything was like nice and organized. And then you get the ones where you didn't do it or you wrote something, you know, else on it, and it would have a whole different structure. And
what you think the structure one would be if you was like a schizo and he's like, I love you, I hate you, fuck you, bitch. Hey, come here, I love you, I'm sorry. You know, is that water gonna be like some little?
It might be some crazy water, but
hey.
But the water, the whole point was that the water
was
it changed.
Receiving their messages, right?
The actual, when you looked at it under the microscope, the molecules and the structure of it looked different. So
there's a show. It was called a movie called What the Bleep Do You Know?
Okay.
And they did the same shit where they meditated towards water, like sending a positive thought. This ain't even with a writing or saying anything, but just like meditating, like I'm gonna send positive vibes to this water while it freezes, right?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna send negative ones to this, and it was the exact same shit that you saying, that the ones that they froze with the positive vibrations that they were sending to them. And some people could say positive is relative, but you know, good feelings, good thoughts,
just good intentions,
right?
Yeah, you gotta be intentional with what you do in it.
And the negative ones is like things that put you down, make you feel bad type shit, you know.
Yeah.
So they found the same results. Them ones like froze up, them positive ones froze up to nice crystally like beautiful snowflake looking things.
Yep, exactly.
And the other ones was kind of like scribbly.
Yeah, so you gotta be. It's interesting to see, like, why don't we utilize that more as far as like water science? You know what I mean? Like, what would happen if all the water that, say before, that we consume it, even that they put it in, whatever it is that we had it with bins that had intentions on it, like good health, you know, prosperity, like whatever, just into the body, like especially if you're consuming it, just
right.
Hey, like I want, you know, good organs,
water, like everything you consume, basically. That's why I think it's a good thing. Like back in the day, praying over food, whether that came originally from like the guy said to pray over food, or whether or not whoever invented that, right? That seemed like a good thing. You doing something positive over your food before you consume it. That's
exactly
something positive in your body.
Whether you believe in God or not, it's one of those, like you saying, it's like just to put positive intentions into the food that probably has some kind of.
Because they've done like scientific tests to show the difference in positive and negative through these water things.
Well, also it's about the, like, if you're gonna eat something or whatever you do too, like have a good intention behind it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna eat a burger, you don't beat yourself up because you're gonna eat the burger. Enjoy the burger then at that moment, because
look at this beautiful burger.
Well, I'm saying, like, food, if you have, you know, they've been doing things like, if you have
good right now,
if you have bad intentions with it or whatever, it affects you negatively. You know what I mean? Like, if you think something is bad, then it ends up being bad. But like, sometimes people can eat a lot of bad stuff. And how come it didn't affect you negative? Because I didn't think about it negative. They thought about it like, I just consumed it or whatever. I mean, it happens in times. I mean, if you take poison, It's poison. It ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? Like it ain't. I'm gonna
poison.
think. Yeah, I don't think it's poison.
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
kill you in a beautiful way. You'll be a beautiful dead motherfucker.
Hey, it don't matter what you do. Just because it's poison. But yeah, I got what you're saying. That made perfect sense.
I want everybody to put that positive energy out whenever you can.
Positive energy every time. If you've been rocking with us this whole time and you still here, you know what we really need you to do is hit that like button. Say what up to us in the comments. And, you can hit the bell thing and get the notifications. And, you can holler at us and we'll notify you when we get, subscribe to us. Say what's up. Hit us up on the ENJ. Say,
And we love having in-depth conversations in the chat, too.
Yeah. Holla at your boys,
I don't know which one's going to be who talking and replying, but we will reply to your comments. And you know what I mean? I like to get in-depth about things. Like
we building, like we said, we building.
Discussion is fun.
Yeah. Well, I think we out of here.
Yes,
it's your boy J.Kendall.
It's your boy E, man. Till the next time.
We out. Peace.
Where the camera at? Boom.